and I don't know where it's coming from. Fuck that. Literally fuck that. Alright, you're not gonna screw with me because I have an energetic shield. Kumbaya, bitch. So I took a poll on the gram as usual, and you guys voted half and half. There was a little bit more for developing your intuition, I think by like 2%, but still it was a tie. So I figured I'd combine two into one video, kill two birds with one stone. Let's do it. Not gonna lie, the crystals I used to get used to be in person at like physical metaphysical stores, and now I just kind of do my Instagram bidding online. Like literally you will see me in the comments being like,
orange calcite #1, tigers eye #2, and that's what I do now. And then I
win them, and then I feel like I accomplished something until they come and they're so beautiful and so vibrant, but my money is gone down the toilet, or basically me looking at my money in a crystal. But she's cute, love her. So I accumulated a lot in the past month. It was a little bit of a splurge, a little bit of a binge. You know when people kind of have a mental breakdown and they get a new piercing or a new tattoo? Me, crystals. Crystals and a good beer. So here we go. I'm going to be showing you the crystals first and just explaining a little bit of them. If I'm looking on my phone, it's because I wrote notes down to remember, because stupid. I'm going to kind of combine how to develop your intuition with crystals a little bit, as well as other various ways you could start to trust your intuition, understand what intuition is, and basically strengthen it to your benefit.
let's do this thing, bitches, yes!
The first crystal that we have here is an orange calcite. I saw a few other places calling this an orange juice calcite, which I absolutely love the name of. So we're gonna call it an orange juice calcite, and it looks like this. I'm sorry, but can you even? I love it. I absolutely love crystals for my sacral chakra, which is like the sexual organ holding chakra that holds all the trauma as well as all the good stuff. Sacral chakra, sorry I'm confusing solar plexus and sacral. Anyways, so your solar plexus chakra, yes, and it's for joy, creativity, healing of any trauma or emotional wounds, as well as just really kicking out any depression. This also enhances your courage. When you do magic and you use the colored candles coordinated with your intention, this is the same thing as a crystal. Anyone who suffers with the seasonal issues of emotions, like feeling very sad, very glum, because it's getting darker early, I'd recommend these bright type of crystals to just hold you in a good vibration. I even love holding this. Like, for some reason, I just feel really good energy from just holding crystals, laying them on my body. Our next crystal is a lepidolite. These two have been towers. I have one more tower to show you, and then the rest are either palm stones or like geode crystals, but I really love towers just because they're like amplifying that energy, if you know what I mean, like a generator. If you've ever seen a crystal grid, there's like a big quartz in the middle, that is the generator that's taking in all the other smaller crystals' energy, as well as the size of crystals matter. A lot of people don't think that, but you're going to accumulate more energy and more, I guess, progress or results by having a larger crystal. Not to say that the pocket stones don't work, but that's for more of like a smaller thing to manifest or to, you know, get through the day. But these are for like long term, really making some magic. What's so cool about lepidolite is it is actually a lithium filled crystal, so it has tons of lithium within it, which is actually in anti-anxiety medication. This is why people sometimes use these types of crystals instead of medication, because they truly have that within. It affects the body externally, mentally, and internally, all of it. Lepidolite is amazing for transitional periods. So if you're going through something, going through some type of tough change, the death card, whatever it is, this will help assist you in just peacefully going about that route, making peace with whatever's going on. Again, amazing for peace as well as restful sleep. So if you can't sleep, I'd put this next to your nightstand or under a pillow, depending on the size, and it will give you some restful sleep along with balance and the third eye chakra. If you want to open your third eye, this is a very soothing crystal to do so. It will carefully, again, guide you to open that third eye and assist you with your journey. Smoky citrine. What a beautiful, ooh, look at this map! What a beautiful crystal. So why I love Smoky Citrine is because it is a master manifester, as well as has a lot of healing abilities, peacefulness, joy, but it's mainly a prosperity stone. Abundance, whatever you want to call it. So my favorite thing to do with this is actually write down. You could use this for your your solar plexus as well, just for opening that up. I like to write down my intention, my manifestation, and then place the quartz on top. And because it's half smoky, it's also very protective, just like a smoky quartz, but it has all the benefits of a citrine to really just bring in that joy and abundance from the universe, guide it to you. And that is like one of the main master manifestors, along with regular clear quartz. My blue calcite chunk! I think I've showed you guys this before in an Instagram video, but I had to include it because all my babes with anxiety, this is one of the top crystals for anxiety. Blue calcite, talking about the chakras again, can be put on the throat chakra, maybe not so big, maybe get a smaller crystal for working with your chakras, but this can be used to open up that throat chakra, which enhances your truth and your capability to communicate and just really get your point across and have other people understand you better. This is also an amazing stone for rest and recovery, so if you know somebody who is recovering from an illness, sickness, surgery, you're going to want to have some blue calcite alongside their bed because it just assists in that deep relaxation state. It will get that person to want to relax and recuperate. Next crystal is a green opal. This is a palm stone. Super pretty. A green opal is best for opening your heart chakra. This one actually helps to strengthen relationships as well as heal any grieving, any wounds. It also assists with change. It's known as the stone of change. And for those who don't like change, I probably wouldn't recommend this. Something that's really cool about the green opal is it actually changes colors as you work with it. It will turn more of a green, it will turn more of a dull type of color, and sometimes it does come back after you've finished working with it. Sometimes it just stays that dull color, but you've known that you've gotten all the benefits from the crystal. Again, this is one of those crystals that is kind of like a soft type of change when you work with it. It's not going to be anything abrupt, anything in your face, a tower moment. It's going to kind of just push you along, maybe make you, a little uncomfortable at times, but then really comfortable and soothed with the energy it holds. Nobody likes change, so I guess it's always uncomfortable. But in general, I love this stone just for transition, for transforming the being and really opening your heart. People who have been closed off just feel again that in love, passionate feeling, trying to find a mate or trying to re-spark the fire with a long-term lover. It's pretty amazing. This is a flame violet agate. Again, super pretty. What's cool about this is it really helps with your confidence as well as your self-esteem. So they go hand in hand, but it really helps you to just express yourself fully, your full emotions to people and not hold back, not feel necessarily that shame or that burden of being who you really are. It lets you fully express yourself. As well as the purple color is good for the third eye chakra. Again, soothingly opening the eye. This one, I believe, is a little more intense than like something like lepidolite, but again, if you want to have visions and you want to dream and you want to just feel your experience, then this would be a great crystal for you. As well as this crystal helps release unhealthy habits. So whether it's kind of like amethyst in a way, whether you're struggling with something physically like a drug addiction or alcohol, whatever it is, that will assist in that. Or if you're having unhealthy patterns inside, like self-sabotaging thoughts, OCD, especially mentally, that OCD, it will help soothe that, make you not have to like correct your thoughts or feel like something bad's gonna happen to you all the time. It's crazy that we have these like access to these things on our earth. Like someone just put them there and was like, don't take medication, here's some lepidolite, and I'm like, thanks, $200. Ooh yeah, baby. One of my favorites. This is Amazonite. This is actually an like infusion, or what would it be? I don't know, I'm gonna call it an infusion because it has lepidolite in it as well as a little bit of smoky quartz, which is super cool. I love when they're like this, mixed. This one is very ocean-like and super calming, and the ocean is something for me that has always helped with my anxieties, so I just love looking at those blue type of crystals with the infusions because they look like waves and everything. That one is called the Hope Stone. Luck, renewal, getting a second chance. This is a stone of really just allowing yourself to trust in the universe, and when you're at your wit's end and you work with this stone, it gives you that light and that push to see the end of the tunnel. Amazonite I was first introduced to by being the balancing stone. If your emotions are up and down all the time, you have an actual disorder, or you just struggle, or hormonally, whatever it is, this is an amazing, amazing stone. I actually have jewelry made around this because the different places you place crystal jewelry will have different benefits rather than just holding it or meditating with it. When you have something on the wrist, it could do something different. When I have something on the neck touching the heart chakra, it could do something different. So the next stone I'm showing you has all the same benefits as Amazonite, except you could use it for your crown chakra up here to really open that and allow the universe in. This is a very universal angelic stone, so this will connect you to the divine and to your religion or practice, whatever it is you believe in, as well as this is a very energizing stone. So again, I wouldn't place something like that next to your bedside. It's fun to sleep with it, but it's gonna keep you up, just like a caffeine would or peppermint tea or soda. That is going to have the same effect, but it's also great to have your daily life. It gives you that vitality, that energy, the angelic glow. It's pretty amazing. So this is opalite. See through? You can see my fingers. I'm trying to catch the sun on it, which isn't happening, but it's very yellow, translucent, see-through. Love that, especially when it's carved in different forms. So it could be carved in like angel figures, or you could wear it, or a pendant, and just that translucent just really lets the light in and enters through your body. I think I'm gonna do bloodstone. I also have this really small lepidolite that I just wanted to show you guys to explain. This is again a palm stone. That you could have different versions, and then you can put them different places. Like if I want to work with my chakra, I'm going to use something like this versus this. Size different. So before I really talk about bloodstone, I'm just going to talk about my experience with it and how I've been really suffering with the fight or flight response, and that's when I'm doing trauma therapy. And it's just really crazy because you're reliving it, and until you see the therapist again, it's like a whole therapy that I'm not really going to explain on here if you want to look it up. I think it's EMDR, and you're reprocessing your trauma. And I always just feel flighty. I always feel like I need to run, or I need to get out, or I need to... Bloodstone has been amazing for that because it allows you to stay grounded in your body and not have that response. And I can genuinely say 100,000%, along with a little bit of prayer, this has worked. I also have this in a necklace form that's in like a little coil that I hold on the heart chakra. It keeps me so stable, it's ridiculous. But I loved this palm stone because I like giving massage as well as doing massage on my body, and this is really good for the blood flow, hence bloodstone. It just really pumps all of that blood to your heart and just creates a healthier atmosphere, all while being very protective. It could also work with the root chakra that has to do with trauma and grounding and all the things we just talked about with the bloodstone, and super good for bruising and super good for wounds. Now, would I use this on an open wound? Depends how deep it is. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to tell you to do it, but I'm going to say from my experience and my mother's, it's worked. I've given my mom crystals before for bruising. I think she like fell. This sounds really horrible. It wasn't that horrible, I don't think, but she fell down the stairs. She was totally okay. She like missed a step or whatever, and like I've done that before, and it really hurts. She like banged her shin, and I was like, oh my god. And she was just talking about the bruise she was gonna get. She's like, oh my god, the bruise, I'm gonna get tomorrow, whatever. And while it was happening, I was like, do you mind trying to put a crystal on it? And we froze it in the freezer, and then we put it on almost like an ice pack. And traditionally, anything I've seen with bruises and ice packs, it will help a little bit, but the bruise will still come through. It's more the ice pack reduces the inflammation and the pain. Wow, I'm talking a lot, sorry. Basically, she put this on her, just held it there for like 10 to 20 minutes, took it on and off, and she woke up with 0 bruising. Now is the portion that I talk about that I talk about developing your intuition, or should I say strengthening your intuition, because we all have intuition, we all have access to it. It's just about taking the time to self-care or connect with the divine in your body and the earth and everything, depending on what you believe in. If you don't believe in anything, just connecting with the mother energy that is inside all of us that develops your intuition. Now, everybody's intuition is different places, but generally the gut. That's why people have always said, trust your gut, and you're like, oh, wow. But it's really about your intuition. That's where it's located. That's where you'll feel the change. My first recommended step to developing / strengthening your intuition is journaling. I know it sounds really boring, or you may enjoy it, but to me, sometimes it's boring. Journaling your dreams. So we'll talk about if you're not a dreamer after, but if you are a dreamer, keep a journal right beside your bed, and when you wake up, even though it's really hard, as soon as you remember that dream, whether it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is, write it down. If you gotta go back to sleep after, totally okay, but you want to remember this dream. This is a key to unlocking intuition. Intuition comes to us in different forms. It could be synchronicities, it could be somebody saying something, someone singing a song on the radio, seeing little numbers everywhere, like whatever it is. It comes in all different ways, and dreams are a huge part of it. Sometimes you wake up and you say, I just had the craziest dream. I was being chased by a crocodile, and I was being eaten by a bear, and then I woke up and Santa Claus handed me a lollipop. And like, you think it's nonsense, and you think, like, scientifically, people will say the scientists always have an excuse for why things aren't metaphysical or magical. They're just your brain, your neurons. They're just wired that way, and you go into your subconscious, and shows that you watched and blah 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 all comes out. No. The short answer is it's a message. It really is. Even the dreams that you think aren't messages are messages. They all are messages. So write that down, journal it, and then analyze it in the morning. If you don't know how to analyze a dream, I offer that to analyze it for you. But if you're someone who enjoys a little bit of research, look up the different aspects of your dream. So let's say it was a bear. You're gonna look up meaning of bear attacking me in dream, and you're gonna see the results for generally what that means. If it was Santa Claus handing you a lollipop, you're gonna put in Santa Claus, and then you're gonna put in lollipop, and you see the significance, and it will have literally so much information that makes so much sense to your life now. It will mind blow you, like mind fall. Next tip would be warming yourself up. So actually connecting with the body, putting your hands flat on. There's a stink bug in here. It's on the ceiling. Did you see how scared I got? When I just hear that, like, and I don't know where it's coming from, fuck that. Literally, fuck that. Alright, you're not gonna screw with me because I have an energetic shield. Kumbaya, bitch. Anyways, back to what I was saying, you're gonna calmly place your hands directly on your stomach, take some deep breaths, and pay attention to everything that's happening. Is it calm? Is it disturbed? And then another thing that you're gonna do is ask preferably a yes or no question to get yourself started, and then see, does your intuition shift? Does that feeling in your gut shift? Do you feel a little uneasy? Do you feel complete peace? Write that down again. Remember that feeling, and then you'll get to see in the future if your predictions were correct when you said to yourself, oh, you know, how do I feel about this person? Do I feel like this person is good for me? Check your intuition and you're like, yeah, I feel like they're good for me because I feel very at peace. I kind of already touched on this already, but meditation. Meditation is taking the time to dedicate yourself to the divine and to opening your intuition. Physically taking time out for something is huge, especially when connecting to higher power, because if you can make time for all the good things that the higher power is bringing you, you can make time for the higher power. So basically, meditation doesn't always mean you have to sit in a room with your eyes closed. Sometimes you can just listen to music, like worship music or binaural beats, whatever. Just basically relaxing music, whether it's tribal or spa music, just something to really ground you. And I want you to pay attention to the thoughts and the feelings that go through you when you're meditating. Are you feeling any type of way? Did you think of a certain number sequence? Did somebody call you? Did somebody say a phrase of words that you've been actually thinking about for quite some time? Like, pay attention to all those things, especially in the radio. So if you're listening to a song on shuffle or you just turn on the radio, is it a song that resonates with your life? Because that could be a sign of intuition, as well as the universe giving you a symbol of direction. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope I don't get attacked by the bug. I'll let you know. If I die, if you never see another video, it was the bug. Call 911.